Get the little microphone there. This is- we are connected. Testing, testing. Okay, we can use the same speaker, headphones, right? We use the microphone, Real Tech, and okay, we're working. Okay, guys, welcome to Coffee Time with Greg. Got our Pip and Run coffee. Why buy and hold when you can pip and run? And that's how I keep running. You know, we're not running on Duncan. Uh, we're running on UBAN actually. So it's coffee hours with me. And so this is just an informal chat where if you have asked any questions about the market, or we might see a trade, we might pull a trade on, but this is pretty informal. It's a live stream. And let me see if there's any chats there. And actually, I'm streaming this out too. So I am live. It's our coffee hour. So come on, go ahead and get yourself a warm adult beverage and have a seat and we can take a look at the markets or you have any questions. I'm really excited about our new university or school, Elite Traders University, our presence on School. School is such a great platform to be part of. It's enabled me to showcase and provide a lot of the educational materials and trainings that I prepared for over 30 years, working as a currency analyst, strategist, and a trader coach for one of the largest forex broker dealers in the world. And so, we try to use social media, you try to use YouTube, you try to use Facebook, you try to use Instagram, but school is a really special place because it's really geared toward it's school. It's SKOOL. It's about education, but it's education in a social way. So I'm really excited about our new members there, and they're doing a great job. And so I just, basically as a place for you to share trading ideas, analysis, and really, well, I was a forum moderator for Daily FX. I don't know if you guys, if you're old enough to remember Daily FX. It was started by Kathy Lean back in 2002. She sold it to FXCM for $2 million and it developed into it was a an information powerhouse where we had live webinars, we had a daily FX forum, and the forum was before Facebook. Okay, so that was where we would exchange ideas and posts and things like that, share ideas, and they had threads. It was old school VB Bulletin forum. Okay, if you guys know what a forum is, it's like the old bulletin board back in the day before the internet. We used to dial up and go into different forums back in the day. Okay, I usually place. I guess it's prehistoric. But then you have a euro room and a pound room and a dollar yen room, and then you have a Fibonacci room, and you have a candlestick room, and you have these separate rooms where people would like hang out and be the authority of their area. So that was the flare back then. And then after that, I mean, it was really, I mean, for 2002 to about 2014, 2000, and I was moderator from 2011 to 2014. And then I wound up leaving the brokerage. And then I think it went for another couple of years. And then it was attacked by a DDoS attack, some type of Russian DDoS kind of hacker attack. And unfortunately, all that content, all my posts, hundreds of posts, thousands of posts that I did while I was on the forum moderator, all the information was lost. Now, they sold it for about 40 million to IG Markets before it crashed and before the Daily FX went away due to regulations, violating some type of NFA, CFTC violation. So they just wound up getting rid of Daily FX, which was too bad because there was so much content there that, with these large language models, with the AI, what you're seeing was that places like Reddit that have all this content, all these posts that people are putting in, and they're able to train AI models based on all of that content for years and years and years and years. And now it's worth a lot more. So I think Daily Effects will be worth more than 40 million if they were able to save, if they were able to be saved. But anyway, we have school now, and I'm very hopeful about it that it's going to be a great community. Um, that we can showcase our materials. You got a guy like Alex Hermosi, who is behind, a co-owner of school, and whatever he touches, he's like King Midas. Whatever he touches turns to gold. So if I figured this would be a great place to join up, to work alongside with him in this project. In a way, I have met him personally, but I figured anything that he's part of, I want to be part of too, and it'll be beneficial for both of us, for all of us. Okay, so I'm going to check to see if there's any questions here. Again, this is oh, 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 okay, and let's see any anyone joining the conversation, our coffee hour. Well, we'll go about an hour. I'll probably do a little bit of a rundown of well, probably I could do bulls and bears if there aren't any questions, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and share one of my top secret tools. You know how I start everything. I've been doing the live trading as well. I did live trading back in 2006. We were streaming back then, back in the day, and that's so good to see everyone doing it now. Some of these guys were like in diapers when I was actually doing it, so it's like fantastic, right? So, so very cool, very cool. All right. So we can look at the markets and look at what's coming up next week. Today's Friday, right? Remember, this is coffee hour, right? And again, we can I'll take you to our school page, right? And I don't know if we have a school homepage, right? And let me go ahead and I'm going to share my screen here. Let me share, and okay, share screen. Also screen and ba 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 ba. We'll share some sound too. All right, so this is our school site. It's school.com, Elite Traders University, right? And right now we're live. This is our coffee hour. And so if you are joining us live, you can see what's going on, and you're actually chatting with me, and we're gonna have a great time today, right? Um, so I'm going to go over the parts. Let's go first of all. Let's go over the parts of the school community. Again, this is our coffee hour, and we're going to do this every Friday. It's 9 o'clock. I'm in the Pacific time zone, Las Vegas. It's 9 o'clock, but it's 12 noon Eastern time. So we're going to do 12 noon Eastern time to meet and to answer any questions you may have. Try to do this on a regular basis, but we have our Elite Traders University community, um, which is an outgrowth of our university, which is our mentorship, and training for taking professional traders in 90 days to help them trade professionally and profitably using my proprietary Pip and Run system. And it's a system I developed about some 20 years, and we've made millions of dollars using it. And we only teach it within Elite Traders University. But right now we're gonna offer like little glimpses of it to show you how it works. So this way you can actually sign up for free. In fact, let me give you the link so you guys can sign up for free. So you can like tour around, and check it out. And I see George from Malaysia. Nice to see you. Welcome, George. Don't know if you are on online right now, but I think I just added you, our newest person, and we're growing. And also, any suggestions you may have as far as you know, how we can improve and help you become our goal. My goal is to help middle-aged guys and gals become professional traders, right? That's the whole idea, um, because with the coming AI and income inequality and all these things going on, where jobs are disappearing, and if you're a certain age and you haven't put enough money away for retirement, and they'll say, hey, you can invest in the market at 14%. And if you put $200 away from the time you're 25 to the time you're 50, you'll have enough money to retire. But what if you're 50 and you have 30, $40,000 and that's it? When you probably need about 1.5 or 2 million to actually retire, right? To be have enough money for retirement. And there's no way that compounding is going to be able to help you um, in that manner, right? So I developed a system called Pip and Run, which is a short-term scalping day trading system to help you compound your profits faster so you don't have to wait 30 years or 20 years, because if you're getting 20, 30% per month, you're going to grow your money a lot faster. And since I have this aggressive yet very risk averse system, it can help you become, um, really help your financial condition, right? No, past performance is not an indication of future results, but we've helped hundreds of people around the world. And so this is what I'm, being able to do. It's my mission to be able to do that, because some people change jobs, some people lose their retirement because they cash out. They cash out, and then and they intend on getting back on the wagon and putting money in. They don't, right? Something else happens. Car breaks down. The house needs something. The kids get an emergency. There's somebody gets sick, and then you never ever rebuild that retirement. So right now you're sitting on some money, but it's not enough to retire on, and there's no way at the rate of even at the best market, you pick the best stocks, you probably won't be able. I mean, you have to be lucky in order to get your money to the point where you're 50 years old and you don't have enough money for retirement, right? Um, the only other way to do it, to make it for those lost years of compounding, is to compound faster, right? And so that's what I offer. My mission is to help people who have a deficit in their retirement to build that retirement nest egg, to build it quickly using short-term day trading or scalping. Now, short-term day trading and scalping is one of the most cognitively demanding forms of trading, right? It's not, you just can't go in there and start pressing buttons. Oh, I'm gonna scalp, Greg. It's like scalping is a type of trading, but you need a strategy, right? You need a recipe. So a lot of people don't have a recipe. They just get in there, and short-term day trading and scalping without a recipe, without a plan, without a system, without a mentor is financial suicide. It's the You lose your money faster than going to a casino. I live in Las Vegas, and the fastest way to lose your money is to scalp the market. In fact, many professionals on Wall Street, including the company I used to work for, really frowned upon short-term day trading for the average investor for a couple of reasons. For one, if you don't do it right, you blow up fast, and these companies want you you know, to keep alive, to create commissions and spreads and trading activity. But if you blow up your account in like a night, a couple of hours, then they lose that benefit, right? They don't necessarily want you to make a lot of money, but they don't want you to die really quickly either. So that's why scalping has always been frowned upon by the industry. Now, I revolutionized it because I have taught people how to do it on a really powerful basis, right? And being able to do it, successfully over and over again. And I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been teaching people in Elite Traders University. This is our 10th year anniversary. But I've been doing this since the early 2000s when I first developed this strategy with the help of Mark Douglas, and who was my mentor. And I developed this short-term scalping system and called Pip and Run. So I'm from the old school. I'm not about giving the strategy away. I have done that in the past, and people really don't do anything with it. It's like getting a gym membership and you never go to the gym. I find out that when people invest in themselves and invest in the strategy, then it's like, oh, I got money in this. They got skin in the game. They perform better. In fact, my best performing students are the ones who invested the most, who invested in time, they invested in money, they invested in their training and honing the skill, and they're financially successful. I've created millionaires. Created several millionaires. We've created over $1 million in prop challenge funding using the Pip and Run system. And so, if you have any questions about that, then you can want to type them in the chat box, and I'll be more than happy to um to tell you or to share with you, right? But yeah, so like the whole process here is to help yourself to become the best trader possible. Because if you are free of your 9 to 5, I work 2 hours a day. Um, and if you could work 2 hours a day and be able to uh, have the rest of the time to be an impact player, to volunteer at your kids' school, or to feed the homeless, or to help your parents, your elderly parents, or be more involved with your kids. That's time that instead of using 8 and 12 hours, to people working 2 and 3 jobs, being able to do it one job where you can make two, three, four, five, $600 a day, $1,000 a day, scalping the market. Then you have time. You're going to be rested. It's going to be good for your health. It's going to be good for your body. It's going to be good for your family. You're going to be able to take trips. You're going to be able to eat out to dinner. You're going to be able to, instead of participating in all the riots and trying to tax someone to get money from the government and stuff like that, make your own damn money, right? And that's why I said make your own damn money, right? So you don't have to be dependent on the man, the system, the government, the handout, right? You can take your phone, press a couple of buttons, make your money, wire it back to your bank account, right? And then live your life, right? The laptop lifestyle. Laptop was laptop back in the day. Now it's the cell phone lifestyle. I got guys that will put their social security check and will flip their social security check in the market and pull it back out, right? So yeah, so we have. Let me go back to Elite Traders University here on school, and so we have our community. Our community is great. We have all kinds of chats. We have gold and silver chat. We have just started chat. You can create a thread and you can talk to other people in this dynamic group about different things, about different currency pairs, about the dollar. Uh, we have the recordings to our live scalpers. Now, if you want to be part of the live Forex scalping, it's just $19 a month, right? And you'll be able to get access to that. You get one session a week, all right? But if you want, all 12 sessions, it's $97 a month, and you can join. You can come on once you get out of the school. You can message me, and I can help you out, right? So we have a very professional. Like I said, I used to work for a forex brokerage, and we have a very professional school. Like I said, I've been doing this for 30 years, guys, right? I mean, we had day 3 of our challenge. I'll pop in a couple of $100 into the market, right? And I'll have I did uh, you know $203, made what 140%, right? And this 64 trades with no losses, right? like I said, the results are not typical. However, I have a system and I just follow the system, right? So we have expert analysis on the different things. Like for instance, this was a I spotted this rally. I posted this in there, supply and demand zones, and I plus my target 43.95. Well, we got to 148, right? We got to 148. So I'll no, I'm again, I'm a 30-year currency strategist for Forex capital markets. I've been doing this for a really long time. So I'm gonna put a bone in here that can help you out, right? Trump says Israel ceasefire, and then we're looking at looking at the dollar index. Look, dollar index is 98, right? There you go, dollar index at 98. I posted the chart. I said we're going down. And if you go to the dollar index, right? We go to DXY, right? And we got to a low of like 97, right? Like 100 points. So we've I put my forecast in. I forecast the market. And if you know what the forecast is, then hey, guess what? That's going to give you an edge, an advantage, being able to know what the market's going to do based on geopolitical events, right? So here's the Bitcoin slide, right? And so I got short. I posted this. I said, look, we got this. Our risk we got short around 104, dropped down to 103. We actually got down to 98, right? We got down to 98, right? So again, I posted that ahead of time, and this is something that you could have taken advantage of. That was 7 days ago, right? So there's other things too. There's other analysis that we have, trade alerts. So, so it's a vibrant community. There's always something, general discussions, wins, right? This I did 96% wins, 78 trades, right? And so you can watch how I did that. And then Julian actually saw solid numbers, clear execution. I expect that. Those trades are live, verified, repeatable under pressure. You're doing something right. Pip and run looks built on logic and discipline, exactly what most traders lack. Yeah, whatever. Hey, I'm not pushing anything hard, letting you know that there's value. And hey, if I'm selling a hamburger for 3.99, these guys can push a hamburger at you for 3.99 or $5 or whatever not. And if I push something for 19, don't hate on me that I do, all right? Because a lot of people want something for free. I'm letting you know that, hey, I'm giving you a lot of free content here. We do have a paid version that's a little bit, that's $19, but we do have those things available. But if you want it for free, hey, you know what? I had a student watch me for free and he turned a $4,000 account to $20,000. Did I get anything from him? No. I got a great testimony from him. Great, which was cool. But if you are, there's an old saying in the Bible that you don't muzzle the ox that treads the corn, right? So if the ox is working, you don't not give him a piece of corn, right? Because everything's based on sowing and reaping, and that's another. I tell my students this that we're in a kind of a free generation, lots of free. But a lot of times that mindset will sabotage you because you may be saving something on the front end, but on the back end, there's a law of karma, where you call it karma, sowing and reaping, the golden rule, doing unto others as they're doing unto you, right? There's a law of circulation, there's a law of attraction. All these things mean that if I want an ear of corn or a tomato, I'm going to take a seed, I place it in the ground. I have to give something. I give my seed to the ground, and the ground gives me a plant, and the plant gives me a tomato, and gives me multiple tomatoes, right? It doesn't give me just one tomato. When I plant a seed, I get multiple tomatoes, right? Now, if I don't put anything in the ground, I don't get anything back, right? Well, Greg, we don't grow things. We go to the store. Well, guess what? You go into the store. Okay, this is not smash and grab, right? Because smash and grab does this. Okay, I want some Nikes. I'm gonna go into Riot. I'm gonna grab a bunch of boxes. Hey, look, I got all these free Nikes. No, you don't, because you took something that you did not plant for. So what happens is you wind up getting jacked, or something happens where that value gets taken from you, because God will not be mocked, but a man will reap what he sows. A man will reap what he sows, good or bad. So when we're in a society where there's no one believes in consequences, no one believes in sowing and reaping, no one believes in doing unto others. People don't believe that, hey, I'm supposed to love my God with all my heart and love my neighbor as myself. So if I smash your car, steal your stuff, kidnap your baby, or do anything wrong, I'm really doing it to myself, right? So I didn't mean to be preachy, but I think that message needs to go out there. I saw I just lost some viewers. They don't want to hear it. But many times I talk to people and they want, I Greg, I want to make $1 million trading, right? But they have the wrong mindset, and they want, but they don't give. And what happens is they always stay in want. Then they get angry. Then they want to riot. Then they want to steal, right? Because they feel that things aren't fair. But it's like, what are you putting into the universe as far as value, as far as giving of yourself? Or what good are you doing, which allows more good to come back to you? For the word of God says, cast your bread upon the water and it comes back to you multiplied, right? And so when you go into I'm going to bring this back to trading, right? And let me go ahead but let me just show you this, because what I'm doing here, you don't seem to understand that this is my sowing and reaping, right? Because not only am I putting up information and sowing free, creating a community here, but I'm also providing courses to help you in your trading, which are of no charge, right? So I'm planting a seed, right? Because I'm getting a return. If you see my trading results, you know that I am sowing a lot of seed because I'm getting a lot of results, right? For instance, in our Baby Pips course, we have 16 videos, Master Forex, pips and points, Forex lots, and I'm providing all these videos here absolutely free to help you in your trading, right? So that's my gift to you. Why? Because there is a universal law that if I give, it comes back to me. Not that I'm looking for you in particular. In fact, the person that takes this and the person who gives to me are two different people. But I'm creating a universe, an environment of reciprocity. Okay? Reciprocity, people call quid pro quo. So the whole idea is to keep it moving, pay it forward. I was in a Chick-fil-A line where I came up there I ordered a chicken sandwich and some French fries. Boy, those French fries are good. And those little crisscross fries and a lemon drink and that pepper jack chicken sandwich. Boy, that stuff was good, right? And and then I said, okay, well, how much is it? Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, just drive on through. The guy in front of you paid for you. I'm like, oh, the guy in front of me paid for me? I go, hey, dude. He thumbs up me and we drove off, right? Right. I wanted to thank him or do something for him, but he drove off, right? And I've done that too. So it's kind of like you create this energy, guys. You create this energy you don't seem to understand is you're creating this energy. And so that's the whole idea that we're pushing against a whole system that's completely different, that believes that it wants to take, it wants to redistribute wealth and all this other stuff. And the thing about it is, if you have not given, it'll be taken from you. So you find something that you can give. You give your time, you can give a smile, you can, give a handshake, a high five, you know. I remember hearing about one pastor who was in church, and the offering basket came out. He didn't have anything to put in. He had a pencil in his pocket. He put the pencil in the offering basket, the offering container, right? And like say a pencil is like that's all he had. He had a pencil in his pocket. Well, do you know that pastor now is one of the richest pastors in the world? And he'll tell you a story about how he gave a pencil, right? Right. So it doesn't matter what you are. Even Jesus said the widow had two mites. She gave two mites. What's that? Two mites. Might it even sounds small, right? You don't even know what it is. It's like a penny, a fraction of a penny, and she threw two of them. She had two of them. She threw them in a basket. Jesus goes, "Oh my goodness!" She gave all she had. But other people were giving out of their abundance, but she gave out of her necessity, right? So yeah, I'm not trying to create a lecture. I'm just trying to say that trading, I don't care what system you use, and I don't care what the best market in the world, with the best indicators, the most powerful computer, you will lose if your mindset is not straight, and if you don't have a metaphysical, spiritual understanding of how the world actually works, right? So you will, and I would hate for you to spend 20, 30 years trying system after system after system, and then you're old. You start off young and then you end up old, and nothing has changed, right? And all you had to do was take what I'm telling you. I'm close to 60. I'll be 60 next year. And I want to tell you that if you know, I don't need your money. I don't need your money. Okay. But you do need to plant a seed somewhere, and you need to plant it in good soil. Like I planted in Mark Douglas. Mark Douglas was my mentor. And because I did, and he passed away in 2015, but I am very wealthy as a result of that. And not only that, my students are wealthy too, right? Um, Now, not all of them are wealthy. Some of them have to go through their own issues and things, right? And so that's why I try not to just address the forex and the supply and demand and zones and this and this and this. But there is a metaphysical, spiritual power behind wealth. And God says, I give ye the power to get wealth, that my covenant will be established, right? And the wealth of the wicked will be in the hands of the righteous. Money is a spiritual energy, right? And if you get the energy the right way, then it's going to give you good success. There's good success and there's bad success. And so you want to get good success. And the way to do good success is, and I know many of you might have some problems with the church, right? And I'm not talking about being churchy or religious. I'm talking about being spiritual. You all are children of God. God is in you. And if you get quiet and turn off all those devices, sit in the dark, close your eyes, look at your eyelids, God will talk to you, right? And then you'll know that you are a child of God. I don't care if you're the worst criminal out there or whatever issue you have. I'm not a judge, but God is in you. Jesus even said the kingdom of God is near you. It's in you. So he's not somewhere else. He's not on another planet somewhere or in far, far away a place. The kingdom of God is in you. So it's in you. So listen, and he will show you what you need to know, right? What I'm saying will either resonate with you or you'll tune out. Like there's one there's one person watching now, right? But guess what? This is going to be recording. It's going to be finished, and then usually what will happen is God will bring the people who will resonate this message with, and they will hear it, right? I'm not really trying to be super popular. The whole idea is to get, there's people that come to me though, what they'll do is they'll spend or invest money in other programs that have a guy driving a Ferrari or a Lambo, or he's flexing some watch or something, flexing some fresh this, and got the glasses and the hairstyle, and he's yankety yankety yank, and he's been trading for 4 years and he's not really making any money trading. And then he puts together some course that or mimics someone else's course, and the people don't make any money with the course. They don't have any success. I have hundreds of testimonies. And the thing about it is, though, if you're seeking, you will find. And if you're not seeking, you're going to get caught in the guru trap, the trap. And the guru trap is, see, I can go get, or no, I can rent a Lambo, and I can get, Airbnb and get some. I got friends who are cameramen, editors. I got students who are great editors, video editors, and I can make this super shiny thing to get your money, but you won't learn anything, all right? And I know many of you remember Indiana Jones, and that there was the Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they were looking for the chalice, so the Holy Grail, right? The cup that Jesus drank at the Last Supper, right? And so they had all these cups on this table, and all of them had wine in them. And this Nazi guy, and and then the Hitler Nazi guy, and then there's Indiana Jones, and he goes, "Oh well, this cup must have been drank because Jesus was a king, so he picked this golden cup, and it had jewels on it, and it was gold. It was super shiny." And he took the cup and he drank. He said, "I'm gonna have eternal life," and he drank it. And that's like the most scary scene. You should rent the movie. He turns into a skeleton, and everything starts falling apart, right? But but Harrison Ford says Jesus was a carpenter, so and he was a humble man, and so he must have made a cup out of wood because he was a carpenter. So he picked it wasn't pretty. It was a simple kind of like bowl-looking wooden chalice, a wooden cup, and he drank it. And so, I forgot how the movie, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but that was the right choice. So sometimes the things that are not shiny and glitzy, I get people going, "Hey, your videos are old." Like, the Bible's old too. That doesn't mean it doesn't work, right? But I tell you, I had multimillionaires use the same videos I use when I recorded those videos. I just use the same videos. They work. Why change them, right? Well, your editing is not this. And you're editing like going, and how is that going to make you a successful trader, right? So again, if you're caught up in externals, then the market's got your number, because the market will flash you fake stuff and the market maker traps all the time, and your brain's already conditioned like a lemming to fall for the shiny stuff, you know, the flexing of the sports cars and the big houses, and then you go and you take out your credit card and you buy it, right? And so going back to my case is that these people fall for that stuff. Then they come to me and then they go, "Wow, your stuff really works and you really make money, Greg. Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't have any money to invest in your course because I gave it to this guy. This guy, he charged me $10,000, and I know I don't have any money to pay you, Greg. Can you do it for free? You're making money." I'm like going, "Why should I teach you for free when you gave it to the guy with a Ferrari, and now you don't have any money, and now you want to come to me, right?" I don't think that's right, right? So my goal with this is to, like, let me get ahead of the Ferrari people and just put out some more YouTube content and provide some more free content in order for you guys to like know, like, "Oh wow, Greg McLeod, you've been around for 30 years. I didn't even know." Right? Because I'm not spending thousands of dollars on ads. I'm not running Ferraris. So I'm not on your radar, right? And you have to ask yourself, if you're falling for that stuff, what is the end game on that, right? What is the end game on that? So anyway, I didn't want that to make this a super heavy thing though. But again, I just want to let this is the next. Don't worry, the next coffee hours will be less preachy. But if I don't see anyone online, I probably I just kind of laid this up there as something that's on my heart. That don't believe everything you see, uh, especially for me. Don't even believe what I say, but look at my results. Do your homework, right? Do your homework. Check my results. Check my 15, 20 years of social media history and look at my results, right? And if the results seem to jive, then you owe it to yourself to investigate and see if Elite Traders University is for you. But hey, you got a free opportunity to join Elite Traders University on School. Just click the link that's in there in the chat. And again, we have the free baby pictures course. It's like 16 videos, absolutely free. And they're short videos. They're like 43 seconds, a minute 56, 15 seconds, 35 seconds. These are like commercials, right? These are like really, really short, right? But guess what? You can get, hey, there's me. You're going to have, there's 16 videos here, probably take you under an hour to watch them all. And you're going to get, if you're new to Forex and you want to learn more, then this is something that you're going to, hey, Shivraj is here. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. And he's my fantastic tech specialist that helped me put all this wonderful things together here at Elite Traders University on School. I want to thank you so much for introducing, reaching out to me, and helping me to build this community, building our community. So I just want to see if there's any more questions out there. But you check out these threads. I've got some really cool analysis there. To spark conversation. So if you're interested in trading the euro and you want to talk to other people about the euro, you can come here and you can actually talk about the euro. Or if you want to talk about the Aussie dollar, right? Or you want to talk about dollar CAD, right? Or dollar yen. There's there's threads, or like Nate talks about price action. If you're a price action person, right? And so it's a really fun place to learn. There's lots of resources, right? And again, we meet we have our coffee hour here every Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time or 9 a.m. Pacific time, and it's gonna be 12 noon, lunch. I've got my coffee, right? I got my Pippa Run coffee, right? Double espresso. Yum, 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 right? We have a lot of members. We have members from all over the world. Look at we're covering the planet. We Africa. Come on. Where are my African people, right? Hey, I got my Indian people. This is a McLeod province in India. McLeod Punjab, right? You didn't know that, huh? Um, here's our pound yen. A lot of people are interested in pound yen, and we have a really good. And Sean says a short-term bullish bear. Oh yeah, Sean, one of our premier members. Sean is in there. Pop him and give him a thumbs up on that one. Um, yeah, make sure if you like my articles, give me a thumbs up. It says join ETU guys is the best forex trading community out on the internet. Thank you, thank you. Maybe give you a heart. Boom. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, exactly. We have a replays here, and then we have our paid version. Just $19 to upgrade to be in our. So we're gonna trade to give you a live trading session once a week, let you see what we do, right? And you can actually watch the replays here. We're gonna put the replays there, right? Mark like the replay there as well. Um, so we have a replay, but if you want to be live, because on YouTube it's delayed, there's like a 5 minute or 5 minute delay, which is a big delay, right? So it was a 5 minute delay. So if you want to be real time and trade alongside me, you want to be in the real live, the either $19 for the you get in one session, or you want to be in the full VIP session, which is like $97. and join our scalpers club. Okay. And so that way you can trade alongside me because not many people are using 1 second charts to hit the market, right? That's what we're basically doing. We're hitting 1 second and 15 second charts, 15 second charts, right? So, and then and we have I mean, we didn't have any losers. We I think we had one loser, but most of all winners, right? This is like 27, 26, 25, right? So you're not going to find a better trading system, a better trading community than Elite Traders University. And I'm here to help. I'm available. I'm always online trading. I have my other community here on Teams, and they are moving through with some fantastic results. In fact, some of my students have won many have won. We've almost $1 million in prop challenges that that we have funded over time. So if you look at over here, right, all the students that we've got who've William $50,000 prop trading account using a system. William he is from Ohio, and he is a real estate professional. He didn't know what a PIP was. He didn't know what a PIP was. Did not know what a PIP was. He asked me, "What is a PIP?" I go, "Oh my God, why are you here?" But I tell you what, the guy is a trading machine. Uh, and so, in fact, Bill, uh, he is trading Apex, and some of his trades are taking like seconds. They his trades he trades NQ, right? So he trades the NQ, which is Nasdaq. He said this guy didn't know he was a real estate professional, did not know. And look at his trades. NQ and 8 seconds, $140, 51 seconds, $105, 35 seconds, $60, 15 seconds to make $200, 27 seconds, guys, seconds, you know, $55, 19 seconds to make 160, and 25 seconds to make $700. Okay. So this is Bill, right? And, I mean, he's done a lot of stuff here, right? And then, so this is our, now here, yeah. So you're looking at some of the statistics from Apex, right? So he had 38 trades, total profit 5,750, losing trades 2,440, all trades 3,310, right? And so we have like Jimmy passed the challenge in like 4 days. Yeah, here's Jimmy. Jimmy passed the futures challenge. Best day, 1 day, 41.2%. Best day, $1,241, started with a $50,000 account. His worst day was a profit of $412. His average winning day was $753. He started March 5th, 2024, ended March 8th, 2024, finished the challenge in 4 days, 100% winners, right? Using Pip and Run, right? Now, they got that consistency area, the consistency rule. You can't make more than 50% in 1 day. He made 41.2%. So if he made more, he would been disqualified. And I've had guys disqualified because they make too much money too fast, which is really silly, right? So, I mean, we've got, this, here is this is Dirk. He took a social security check. I'm like, you did what, bro? So this is Dirk. This is Dirk. January, mobile phone Pip and Run doubled social security check again this month. Haha, old man making bank. So this is what he did. I'm like, I didn't know that he did it the first time. He's been doubling his account and he didn't even tell me. I said, well, You've completed stage three. Stage three is to double a small live account. But in a small live account, it's like $3,000, right? So I said, pull it out. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, sir, right? And so Dirk is my Texas. He's in Henderson, Texas. I call him the Texas robber, right? In fact, I'll show a picture of him. He goes deer hunting. He retired. Says, told you I'd send a pick my deer camp. Have a great weekend. I meant to bring my Pip and Run hat for the pick. Forgot, right? Right, but that's what he does. I've got guys who've basically retired from trading or retired from their jobs because of being able to make money trading. All right. I'll show you my attorney, my offshore attorney. We got a lot of money. You got stuff offshore, right? So this is Remo. I said, Remo, bro, do you miss being an attorney? Do you miss being an attorney? He goes, ha ha ha. I'll be getting up at 7:15 to drive to an office jail cell, peruse mind-numbing documents that you'd have to correct, have to send out invoices, go to meetings, rush to KFC lunch in 45 minutes. Man, do I love Forex. Bless the day you came into my office, right? That, you get testimonies like that, which is really cool. When he was my attorney in the Cayman Islands, and he asked me, "What do you do for a living?" I go, "I trade Forex." He goes, "Trade Forex?" Well, my wife trades Forex, but she's not very successful. I said, "Well, enroll her in my course." And his wife was doing really, really well, and then they trade together, which is really, really wonderful, right? So that is his story. His video is there too, and yeah, if you look up his video, but I've got like hundreds of these uh, testimonies. Tests. How do you spell testimonies? Come on, Greg. You're an English major, right? Right. That's somebody else. That's not me, right? Twitter. I got my Twitter testimonies, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I got Terry Walsh. Okay, no, here we go. Okay, okay. Mm, this is Marco. Now, Marco's course. Marco is from Serbia. Marco actually, he would take challenges. He would gather money together, and he gathered like maybe like $300,000 together in a challenge using Pip and Run, and he turned it into over $70 million, right? So this is Marco. I said, Marco, can you make a course? Can you make a course that shows what you did using Pip and Run? So that's the Dragon Slayer course. And I'll show you, right? You probably go, well, I don't believe you, Greg. I think you're pulling my leg, right? All right. So he was sharing his screen. I took a screenshot, right? Right. And I go, okay, this is live, right? Live account. And I said, and the balance, I said, whoa, man, your balance is 78,000. He goes, no, that's not 78,000. I go, bro, that's 780,000. It's like, no, it's not 780,000. Oh, 7 million. 7,800,000? No, it's not 78, comma 030, comma 511.69. That's $78 million. He goes, yes. I go, bro, you got to we got to create a course around you, right? So we created the, the Dragon Slayer course. Right? So that is in the paid. That course is in with that Shiraj uploaded. That $78 million course is in the paid version, in the paid or for $19, right? You go to ETU, and when you go in there, you go to the classroom, and well, the thumbnail's not there, right? I uh, we, Where where's the thumbnail, right? There we go. I'll do Siraj's job for him. There we go. The Dragon Slayer course. That's part of it. And then with Winner's Circle, there's other courses too. And with the Vegas, we'll hopefully get the Las Vegas. Um, our mastermind course will be in here as well. And that was like a 3-day mastermind, which I taught. And Shivraj is getting that uploaded as well as we speak. He's got some new software to get our courses up faster. We're just building this, guys. This is brand new. So you'll be the founding members, and I'm sure that the price is going to go up, but as a founding member, 19 bucks, you want to lock that in. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to see this thing at like 97 bucks. You could add for 19, right? So, lock it in, click the link in the description and become part of our community, our growing army, a revolutionary army, guys. Because guess what? They don't want you to win. They don't want the market makers are against you, the brokers are against you. And also there's, a lot of well-meaning people out there that are teaching stuff, but guess what? They've never worked for a brokerage. I work for Forex Capital Markets, one of the largest Forex broker dealers in the world. I think there's even after all their problems, they are still number two in the world, right? So, and I work there as a currency analyst, currency specialist, and a trader coach, right? In fact, um, I was telling the story here of how I started working in 2006 because my account was lost. I said, no way, I am going underground to get it. So I actually applied for a job. Really, I just wanted to get my money out because Revco white labeled the company, and I was going to get my money out. I was going to do a Tom Cruise sneak inside, and then they wound up catching me like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm getting my money out of here." He's like, "Nah, you can't do it. The court's locked it up." Hey, but you want to work here? It's like, okay, sure. So that's me, Forex Capital Markets. Younger, slimmer, but that's my badge, right? So I work for the bad guys. I work for one of the largest banks, Bank of America. I work for the bad guys. Okay. And so I'm coming out here to help the good guys. And the good guys are like going, huh? Right. No. But anyway, I grew up on Gordon Gekko and Wall Street. And he says, if you're not inside, you're outside. So I went inside. 2006, I made the decision that after a brokerage went bankrupt and took my account, I was going to go inside and get my money out and find out what was going on. And so it gave me an eye-opening, a bird's eye view. I'm sitting on the other side of the screen, guys. Okay. You're sitting on one side of the screen looking at squiggly lines, and I'm on the other side looking at you, looking at the squiggly lines, right? Because I can see all of your orders, right? I can see all of your orders when I work for the brokerage. See all the stupid mistakes you guys are making, right? And so I decided, being on the other side of the trade, 90% of all traders lose because they're using what everyone else is using, right? 10% of the people it's like a pyramid, guys. 90% of the people are at the bottom using average tools. You're using the same stuff. Once you use the same stuff and everyone knows about it, it doesn't work as well. Because if everyone is long, who's left to push price up if everyone's long? Or if everyone is short? That's why stuff reverses, right? So that's why I created these tools so we can look at trader sentiment. We can look at it and see, like, hey, if everyone is long, if everyone is short, well, we want to do the opposite of what these other people are doing, right? Right. So we got 72% of people are long. Well, guess what? Losers pay winners. And there are not enough of these guys to pay these guys. These guys who are long are going to pay these guys, right? This is called sentiment, right? The crowd is usually wrong, right? And every now and then, even a blind squirrel can find a nut, and a broken clock is right 2 times a day, right? So sometimes the crowd is right, but for the most part, look, all these people who are long yen. That means They're short pound yen, they're short Aussie yen, they're short Swiss yen, they're short Euro yen, and they're getting crushed, right? The short people who are short or long yen are getting crushed, and people who are long yen, yeah, long yens are getting crushed, and the short yens are getting paid, right? So you can look at this, and you can, like I want to trade currencies which have an imbalance, a very, a big imbalance. Um, so, for instance, here, the euro, 67.8% of people are short the euro, right? This is not like an election where people vote or a beauty contest where you get the most votes, the most likes. No, this got a lot of dislikes. That means this thing is going to rocket. We might see euro at 120, right? Because all these people are short. As price moves up against them, there's going to be a short squeeze rally, and the euro will continue to move higher. Why? Because this is how they're positioned. And we use sentiment analysis to be able to do that. Um, uh, on the other hand, Aussie is getting everyone, a lot of people are long Aussie, right? So I could pair Euro Aussie, get long Euro, get short Aussie, and have a great currency pair. So I can use this. It's one of the tools, many tools on the heat map, right? We can see what's going on in the majors. Dollar CAD is up right now, 0.29%, and we can go drop right on down to the dollar CAD, right? And okay. USDCAD. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Always, and you can see dollar CAD is screaming to the upside on the 3 minute, 5 minute, right? 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 15 second chart. Look at that. Just barreling new highs, new highs, new highs, right? Yeah, I would wait for, so we can look at, instead of looking at multiple currencies, I can just look here. Aussie, there's the Aussie. It's going down, even though all these people were actually long Aussie, right? The crowd is wrong. So you got to ask yourself, are you part of the crowd, or are you going to be on the side of the market makers and the dealers, right? And when you look at the oh, look, S&P hits new record on trade deal hopes and rebound from April lows. Dow jumps 500 points, guys. 500 points, right? While everyone was saying, oh, the market's going to crash because of Trump tariffs, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, you, you got to think for yourself. You got to be an independent thinker and not listen to what they're saying, right? Everything is proven by a chart, right? An elephant can't walk in the sand without leaving a footprint. And these are the footprints in the sand left by the elephants, right? It's fairly odd though that we have non-farm payroll coming up too, AUD, and that's going to be next week. So we'll be able to talk about that the next coffee hour, right? But it's 1:15 and we are running we've run out of time really. But I really want to thank you guys for showing up and being part of our coffee hours and you answer your questions. Feel free to email me at greg@elitetradersu.com or come on to school. Come on to school for free and you can chat with me direct, right? I love you guys. God bless. Cheers. Peace and pips. God bless. Bye-bye.